Hello, all my dear Virgo friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have your astrological forecast for the month of November. I'm going to share it with you in just a minute, but first I've got to share this with you. Many years ago, when I wrote my first non-astrology book, I called it Move Into the Magic. This book shows you how to live in the magic, how to get to it and live there. It's called Secrets from the Womb. That tells it right away. The hidden pact that runs your life. It's a 3-step process, takes no time. Well, it takes no time if I'm working with you, but it's easy to read. There are testimonials from my students and clients with whom I have shared this technique, and their lives have changed. So if you are a spiritual student who is tired of going round and round, sort of like Groundhog Day, repeating the same story over and over again of your life, which is a movie, seeing the same scenario played by different people. And you say, how do I get off this merry-go-round? This book is for you. If you prefer not to have a book, if you'd like a face-to-face session with me, just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, and we'll set up a time face-to-face so that I can speed you through it, okay? Another announcement. Many of you have said, I would love to study astrology with you. When are your next classes? They're going to be in January. If you're interested, contact me, go to my website, shoot me an email, and I'll put you on my mailing list so that you'll know when the classes start, and where you fit into the picture. And finally, I am picking up my mentoring program. Prior to COVID, prior to COVID, I was very busy mentoring people. Once COVID kicked in, it kind of went on pause for a while. I'm resurrecting it. If you are interested in learning astrology face-to-face on Zoom from me, with me, and we use your chart and your family's charts for your textbook. It is tailored, no pun intended, tailored for you. Then let me know and we will work out a time. Okay. I need these to see. Now, let's take a look at what's going on in November, all right? First of all, good old Mercury is moving into the shadow of the retrograde. And it moves into the shadow before it goes retrograde and after it comes out of retrograde, immediately. On November 25th, it will move into the shadow. It will go retrograde in December. But when it is in the shadow, it feels just like it's retro. I get emails from people all the time. It's Mercury retrograde. Everything's crazy. No, it's the shadow. When it's in retro, it's pretty strong. You do not want to start a new project under a retrograde Mercury because it will either fizzle out completely or have to be redone during the coming year. You can start a new chapter, so to speak, a new project when it's in the shadow, but things are so confused during that time, you usually can't get them off the ground. I tie up my loose ends best with when the shadow, after it goes direct, after it comes out of retrograde, is over. Okay, let's take a look, first of all, at Jupiter. Jupiter is the greater benefic. It's in its own house, the ninth house, but it's retrograde. So it's not giving all the joy, the expansion, the money, the truth that it would if it were not retrograde. The very last day of this year, it goes direct. And that is when long distance travel for you, higher education for you, seeing the big picture of your life, that's when it kicks in. And of course, then it will ultimately move into your 10th house of career. Oh, it'll be glorious. Now, Venus, the lesser benefic, Jupiter's the greater benefic, Venus, these two are the good guys of the zodiac, you know? Okay, so Venus has been in your first house. You're loving you. I think that is terrific because when you love you, the world loves you. With Venus in your first house, you are beautiful. You may not feel that every waking moment, but you can be in love with you, which is what we want. Because if you love you, you can love everyone. And you want to be your most beautiful. On the 8th, Venus, which rules money and love and music and art and all things beautiful, moves into your second house of money, which it rules. And that is when you can create more money for yourself. Now, of course, when Jupiter goes direct, look out, it's going to be a double whammy. So plan on creating more money after the 8th of November. Look at this area over here. The sun, the yellow planet, the center of our solar system, the giver of life, has been in your third house of ideas, communication, short distance travel. It's awesome. Awesome. Great ideas. Are you writing a book? Doing a podcast? That's you thinking and communicating. And this gives you the opportunity to communicate with siblings. Short trips, wonderful. On the 22nd, it moves into your fourth house of home, family, and real estate. And you say, I want to have the Christmas party at my house, or the Thanksgiving dinner in this case. I want to spend time at home. Are you building a house? Are you buying? Are you selling? Anything dealing with home and family and real estate and emotional security activated beautifully. Mercury, the blue planet, what we think about and talk about. It's in your third house, so you've been thinking and talking. Great ideas. On the 10th, Mercury moves into your fourth house. And you're talking to your relatives, you're thinking about your home. Again, Mercury is a thinker. It's not a doer. The sun is a creator. And so Mercury gives the sun the ideas. And the red planet, Mars. Mars is what we fight with and fight for. It is what is number one to us. Okay? So, in the third house, our ideas are number one to us, and you may go toe to toe with somebody, excuse me, who disagrees with you. You're speaking, shooting from the hip. Okay? On the 24th, Mars moves into the fourth house, and you take that energy and use it at home with your family. You get directly to the point, and home and family are number one to you at that point. It's really quite beautiful. Okay. The new moon, that's when energy starts flowing. It's on the 13th of the month, and it's in 20 degrees of Scorpio, 44 minutes. It's in your third house of ideas. And so halfway into the month, your mind is really afire. You've got great ideas. You're ready to hop in the car. Make sure you got gas in the tank because you're ready to hit the road. 2 weeks later, the full moon on November 27th is in 4 degrees, 51 minutes of Gemini. When we have a full moon, things come to a head. This is your career. This is your leadership ability. This is your public image. And so what I'm going to suggest is you get your ideas together on the new moon and move upward in your career on the full moon. So have a wonderful November and join me in December when once again we take a look at your beautiful forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.